Hello, I'm Baron Von Frederick, and I'm here to tell you why guitar teachers, well, I don't think why guitar teachers are necessary. I think that guitar teachers are great if you want to learn a bunch of scales and songs that the teacher wants you to learn. You're basically learning stuff that the teacher wants you to learn, and most of the time, in my experience with music teachers, or guitar teachers for that matter, you just don't, learn what you want to learn. Like I wanted to learn, Cowboys from Hell, you know. And when I went, the guy was like teaching me, that tune, but he was teaching me these basic chord stuff and like how to play Happy Birthday, and I forgot that because I didn't want to learn it. And I went and I had enough with music teachers and guitar teachers. All they wanted to teach me was chords and scales and not songs. And they said I wasn't ready to learn songs yet. Well, I was like fed up with that because in just a day or two I had the groove down. It may not be some of the ways you guys play it, but that's how I play it, that little riff. But, like, they said I wasn't ready yet as a beginner, and I was playing for about 6 months or so, and then I kind of wanted to expand my learning, but I wasn't learning songs, and I was learning scales and stuff. And I think scales are a good thing, but it's not my type. And if you're like me, you just want to play. You don't want to sit here going, I feel that's boring just to sit here all the time. But learning real songs, I find that interesting as people come over. You don't go, oh, look at this cool scale I learned. Look at this cool song I'm riffing out. I just don't believe that guitar teachers are necessary. They can benefit you a whole bunch if you're into learning scales and being like a composer and learning how to compose for different instruments and stuff. Or just teachers to help you learn the scales. And that scales aren't a bad thing. Gosh darn it. Scales are a great thing to learn, but the main thing you got to keep in mind is that even though scales are a good thing to learn, people aren't impressed by seeing you go through scales. They're more impressed by seeing you go through songs, because the songs they recognize. They don't recognize. You don't hear scales on the radio or on somebody's iPod or on your phone. You hear it you just hear it on YouTube where you get instructional videos. And I got my ability at just jamming. And I remember Dimebag Darrell said in the interview, somebody said, how did you get those chops? He said, jamming, and it's true. That's what he always said, or one of his famous lines is, tighten it up, or something like that. But, if you just jam and just kind of watch what people do and just learn your own way and just learn your own system, I think that would be the best way to go if you're a beginner. Get your style together, because another thing when you learn from a teacher is that the style, you're learning his style. You're learning the scales and songs that he likes and he wants you to learn, not the scales that you like or you want to learn. And sometimes it goes really well. The teacher is playing scales that you want to play, like that scaling by Malmsteen always uses. And really, you're like, oh, you said scales are not a good thing to play, and you're anti-scale. I'm like, no, I'm not anti-scale. I just learned a few scales when I was beginning and stuff. But that's just one of my opinions on guitar teachers. I mean, I'm not trying to say they're bad, and I hope you guys somewhat agree with me. You don't have to. You can hate me for all I care, but I'm just here to tell you my opinion on them. I had a guitar teacher for some time, and I thought he was a great man. He played guitar better than I ever will, but it just wasn't my path. I wanted to learn songs, and he wanted me to learn scales and stuff, and I just wanted to riff out and jam. I don't want to learn professional stuff. I just want to riff out and jam. And though I do want to become professional one day, I just feel like I want to get comfortable with what I know and stuff. And I hope you guys agree on that, because I'm not trying to be anti-scale and telling you that you should learn stuff that you shouldn't. But if you just jam and just try different notes and stuff, then you will just learn. Your mind will go through and be like, oh, that's not right, but this is right, and I can play this, and that's not right, but this is good, because I can play this with that, and you'll just kind of put it together yourself without having to learn scales. And Dimebag Darrell, crap, I can't remember what he said, but there's another good quote he had. I know I'm quoting Dimebag Darrell, they and Pantera, but he's one of my biggest idols, but not my biggest. But, yeah, he didn't learn that much scales. He was a little major, a little minor, but he wasn't big like Yngwie Malmsteen or Joe Satriani or Zakk Wylde, for chromatic scales, that kind of stuff. But, yeah, I just don't want you guys hate me, but that's what my opinion is on guitar teachers are not necessary. I would recommend them for certain people, but for people like me who want to jam and learn on their own and develop their own style, then that's just me. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I didn't offend too many people out there. If you are a guitar teacher, I believe you're amazing, but I'm just here telling my opinion and ranting on about what I see in younger guitarists who have guitar teachers. And that's just my opinion for the day. So I hope you enjoy it. See ya.